Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. So we're gonna finish with a submission. So what we're doing here is we're learning how to establish a foundation built off of chaining movements, right? And what a lot of our movements we'd like to start off with is with the sweep single. There are other ways for us to take down our opponent in jiu-jitsu, but there's just some things that we just don't do in jiu-jitsu that we would typically do in wrestling, such as a blast double or a basic double leg takedown. I don't recommend them as you progress in your jiu-jitsu competitions. In the beginning, it's good, but it's also a false sense of security. So we're gonna go ahead and finish that sweep single and get over to side control. Go ahead. So now we're over in side control right here, okay? Notice he's cupping the shoulder, he's got the Spider-Man hands, he's got good control, his knee is up on the hip, his other leg is long to establish a good strong base, and he's driving his shoulder into the chin, okay? Now from here, what ends is, so there's two submissions that we like to work with. A lot of wrestlers like to do the rear naked choke because it's something that they see all the time, it's very common. I don't always like to go straight to that. The primary submissions that I like to teach for wrestling transition to jiu-jitsu is the Americana and the Kimura. I have a trapping system for the Kimura. But we're gonna stick with something basic. We're gonna go with the Americana, okay? So most kids, they're not gonna be here like this. They're gonna come over, they're gonna try to frame on the face to push you away. When they start to do that here, you're gonna go ahead and take this hand that's driving the shoulder into the face, and you're gonna bring it over and you're gonna grab the wrist. So go ahead, Riley, and grab the wrist. Right in there. Now what I like about what he did, if you noticed, as he transitioned over to the Americana, he dropped his hip down and he brought his knee up over to the head, allowing him to change his hips, put pressure, but at the same time, control the wrist. Now, there's so many different ways to teach the Americana. My way of teaching it is we don't paintbrush. We don't drop the arm completely down to the ground like this here, okay? At this position here now, when you control the wrist, you're gonna punch through, grab your own wrist, and as soon as you get that, instead of trying to paintbrush and put the hand flat to the ground, what we do is we immediately transition our hips and we roll the shoulder, and she's gonna tap when she starts to feel the pressure. Just like that. Okay, let's try that again. Start from side control. Helena, frame the face. Okay, now from here, you're gonna watch Riley drop his hip, change position, and go ahead and grab the wrist. Go ahead, Riley. There, now stop right there. So this control right here, bring his hand down. This control right here is very, very strong. From here, he's going to reach up and grab his forearm. And from this position, instead of paintbrushing and putting the hand flat, right, we're gonna go straight into the submission, right? We're gonna use our bottom elbow and we're gonna lift up her arm, and what's gonna help initiate this submission is the turning of our hips. So we're gonna keep our elbows nice and tight, we're gonna have good strong grips, and we're gonna turn our hips. And that's what's gonna help isolate the shoulder and finish the submission. Go ahead. Good job, just like that. Notice he also changed his hips, changed his knees. Again, sweep single, transition to side control, isolated the body, and went straight into the Americana. Ready? And go. And we're done. So, guys, go ahead. I hope you guys liked our technique for today. Again, the positions that we worked on is we worked from a good wrestling stance, good base. We got into our tie-up. We snapped the head, transitioned to sweep single. In the sweep single, we went up ahead and went to side control. From side control, we went for the Americana. Try it out. If you have any questions, feel free to message me, and I'll answer them to the best of my ability. You guys like the technique? Yeah? Okay. All right. We'll see you guys.